Good evening, Canby, and welcome to the Canby Urban Renewal Agency special meeting of June 21st, 2017. Happy first full day of summer. Let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God.
Thank you. Please be seated. Next up, we have an opportunity for citizen input. Do we have anyone that would like to address the agency tonight? No? No? No takers? All right. Let's see. Kim, do we have any community announcements for the agency? All righty. Next up, we have the consent agenda. Does anyone have any additions or corrections to the minutes of the January 18th, 2017 Urban Renewal District special meeting? Seeing none?
I move to approve the consent agenda, which include the minutes from the January 18th, 2017 Urban Renewal District Agency special meeting.
Sir? Okay. It's been moved by Vice Chair Hodson, seconded by Commissioner Spoon to accept the minutes from the January 18th, 2017 Urban Renewal District Agency special meeting. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
And any opposed? And it carries 6-0. Well, tonight is budget night for both the agency and the council. To catch up our viewers at home, every year in city government, which includes the Urban Renewal Agency, beginning in very early spring, late winter, our staff begins to put together the budget for the next fiscal year. And then in May, the budget committees convene. There's one both for the council and the agency. It consists of For the agency, it consists of all of us up here, the electeds, and an equal number of citizen representatives. And the agency administrator, which is Rick Robinson, and our finance director, Julie, here in the center, present the budget to the budget committee, and it is reviewed and gone over in detail. Changes are made, policies are looked at, and after that committee approves it by a vote, it then comes to both council and agency here in June. And we need to do that before our fiscal year ends so that we have money for next year, starting July 1st. So that's what both the agency and the council are going to do tonight. As part of that process, first up we have a public hearing. And bear with me while I read the public hearing wording here. The matter presently before the hearing body requires a public hearing. All interested persons in attendance shall be heard on the matter. If you wish to testify on this matter, please fill out a yellow public testimony card and give it to the city recorder. At the appropriate time, please step forward to the microphone, state your name and interest in the matter. Those people who are interested in testifying as either proponents or opponents, please indicate your desire to speak by raising your hands at this time. For longer presentations, proponents and opponents may buy time from one another. In so doing, those either in favor or opposed may allocate their time to a spokesperson who will represent the entire group. All questions must be directed through the chair. Any evidence to be considered must be submitted to the hearing body for public access. All written testimony received both for and against shall be summarized by staff and presented briefly to the hearing body during the staff report. The public hearing will be conducted as follows. First, we'll have the staff report, then we'll have questions by this body, and then open public hearing for testimony. Proponents will have not more than 3 minutes, and opponents shall have not more than 3 minutes to testify. Then we'll close the public hearing. We'll have questions, if any, by this agency, and then discussion by this agency. A decision shall be made by the hearing body at the close of the hearing, or the matter will be continued to a date certain in the future. This will be the only notice of that date you will receive. Does anyone have any questions about the procedure of the hearing? Seeing none, we'll start off with the staff report. We'll start off with our administrator, Rick Robinson.
Thank you, Chair Dale. It's a pleasure to bring to you again for the 2017-18 fiscal year a balanced budget that has withstood the scrutiny of our budget committee. We're very pleased to bring you what we believe to be a well thought out and well-developed budget. You will note this evening that I am going to mostly be stepping aside in favor of Julie Blums to provide her an opportunity to present both the urban renewal budget and later during the regular council meeting the the city budget. I think it's about time that I turn over some of those responsibilities to those people who are much more competent than I am anyway. So, Julie, please.
Thank you, Rick. Well, Chair Dale, you very eloquently said most of what I was going to say, so thank you. What you have before you tonight is the resolution to adopt the budget that was approved by the Urban Renewal Budget Committee on May 11th. This resolution sets the appropriations for the year, which is our spending authority, and it also sets what the taxes will be levied at for the fiscal year.
And Julie, it looks like the total budget is $5,751,482. And it's not quite a 50-50 split. It's close. About $2.6 million are in the URD general fund, and then $3.1 million to service district debt. Okay. Anything unusual or out of the ordinary for us?
No, the budget committee made no changes from what was proposed.
And so tonight when we adopt the budget, we'll adopt the budget itself for those amounts, and then we will also request the county tax assessor to levy the maximum amount of revenue for those taxes that are permitted under law. Anything else that happens as part of that?
That's it. The rest is up to me in the end to get paperwork filed.
Does anyone on the agency have any questions? None? All right, we'll open the public hearing now for public testimony. Is there anyone who would like to speak in favor of the district budget? And seeing none, is there anyone who would like to speak against the agency adopting the budget? And seeing none, we'll now close the public hearing. Are there any, one last chance for questions by the agency? Everybody good? Any further discussion by the agency? Okay.
Sure. I'll just note for the record that I will be voting in favor of this, but I do not support the use of the taxpayer funds of other owners and businesses for the subsidization of the facade improvement program and payment of the approvals. But I don't think there's enough support to take that out, and there never was, so I'll be supporting this as it is.
And Rick, would you mind just briefing the audience on the facade improvement program just a little bit?
Yeah, I would be happy to. The Urban Renewal Agency has created and administered a program that we call the Facade Improvement Program for a number of years in the city of Canby. It's a program that exists within the Urban Renewal District boundaries only, and provides matching funds for businesses within the Urban Renewal District up to, as I recall, a maximum of $25,000 for facade improvements. Our expenditures that ultimately lead to the improvement of the exterior of the building, making it more compatible with what we envision is appropriate design for businesses and buildings in our very strongly within our downtown business core, but overall within our urban renewal district itself.
And that's all general fund dollars, not debt dollars, correct?
It is urban renewal tax increment dollars, but it is not funded through the issuance of debt. That's correct.
Mr. Parker.
Well, I see we have 20 minutes to kill until the next meeting, so let me do us a favor. I support the facade improvement program. I think it's a terrific way for the city to try and help redevelop the downtown. But I do appreciate Commissioner Smith's objection. I think that any board, any commission, any body does better when it doesn't necessarily have unanimous votes. The very fact of Tyler objecting to this now brought about an explanation, something we wouldn't have had if he hadn't. So even though I come to a different conclusion on this, I want to say I like the fact that we have diversity of thought on this council. I think it makes us better and the city better.
Any other discussion?
No, and I would certainly concur with what Commissioner Parker has said. I think that the discussion that we had during the initial budget committee was very spirited, and I think it had a good outcome. We have new councilors, commissioners on the Urban Renewal Agency and councilors on the City Council, and I think it provided an opportunity and a forum to have a fairly in-depth conversation about a program that does have some degree of controversy, and it's a program that I had some misgivings about when I came to the city and began working here, because I share some of the same general philosophies that Commissioner Smith has relative to the use of public dollars for private benefit. In this case, I came to the same conclusion as Commissioner Parker in that I think that it does provide an overall enhanced benefit for the entire community, and so I thought it was a great conversation, and I think it was well timed.
It's good to question what we do now and then, for sure. Any other comments or discussion anyone has? All right, we'll need a motion in favor of the resolution. What you see there, the sentence under 5.a. That is, Julie tells us that's sufficient of a motion to make.
I'll make a motion. I move that we adopt URR 17001, a resolution adopting the Urban Renewal District budget for the 2017-18 fiscal year.
Second.
It's been moved by Commissioner Height, seconded by Vice Chair Hodson, to pass URR 17-001, a resolution adopting the Urban Renewal District budget for the fiscal year 2017-2018. Are you ready for the vote? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And any opposed? And it carries 6-0. Mr. Administrator, do we have any more business for the agency tonight?
Well, we do have one element of business, or report, I should say, directly involving the agency. Is the agency is the party with whom the development agreement occurred for our downtown civic property. As you drove past that block today, you will probably notice that the old finance building is no longer. And
It looked like it took much to take it down.
it was scary how quickly it came down. Over the next several days, the old planning building, community development building will follow suit, and we will be having a formal groundbreaking. It'll happen sometime in the next 4 to 6 weeks. The developer's anxious to get the site a little bit safer and more friendly to people that will want to come and participate in the formal groundbreaking activities. So you'll see a little more activity before we open the door to a formal groundbreaking for this very important project.
Very good. It's exciting.
Chair, can I make a comment on that?
Sure.
I appreciate how the website is updated with photos and whatnot. I like, just like with this project, it was nice for us and the general public to be able to see, but that's great, so keep that up, please.
Yeah, we've asked the general contractor, and he's agreed to provide to us, because unlike this project, which is a public project, and we had complete access to, that's a private project that we have an investment in. But we've asked him to take pictures at least weekly, forward them to us, and then we will, on a weekly basis, or more often as we receive them, update the website so that you can see all of the activities in progress as really in real time as it's occurring. So we're pretty excited about that.
Good times. Exciting to see. All right, if there's no more business, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
Second.
All right, it's been moved by Vice Chair Hodson, seconded by Commissioner Height to adjourn. All those in favor, please say aye.
Can I ask something real quick before we adjourn? Is that debatable?
It's a non-debatable motion.
Okay. I was wondering when we're having our next meeting,
Yeah, it'll be scheduled through the administrator when our next one is, I believe.
and if we're going to have on the agenda a discussion about the exact contours for the facade improvement program that we talked about.
I'll work that with Rick.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I think what we would do, and yeah, and that's good, thank you for bringing that up. What I wanted to do was schedule that as a work session so that we can have a really nice informal roundtable type of a discussion that I think will be more beneficial. And if you want to change or develop new parameters, that's a good environment in which to do it. And then we can bring the outcome of that work session back to the Urban Renewal Agency for formal consideration. But we'll give you a chance to work in a slightly less formal environment before we bring the results of that meeting to a conclusion at an urban renewal meeting. So we've got 2 steps in this process. We can certainly do both of them in the same night, but usually we'll allow about 4 weeks between for staff to do any work that needs to be done.
All right.
So I would guess probably August is when it's going to happen. People are less available during the summertime, and we want to make sure that we allow adequate time to accomplish what we want to accomplish at a work session.
Thank you.
All right, well, with my apologies to Robert's Rules of Order, take one more
That was
crack.
actually a point of order, which does supersede a vote.
It does. It is supersede a debatable motion. Thank you. So I'm not in so much trouble with him, am I?
You're good.
Very good. All right, we'll call for the adjournment vote now. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
And any opposed? Carries 6-0. My thanks, my personal thanks to Rick and to Julie for all the hard work that went into this, and to Renata as well, and Jamie. Spontaneous round of applause, yes. And to the Budget Committee for the hard work they put in this May, the many hours of prep and going through presentations and all the thoughtful discussions. Thank you. It's been a great budget cycle. All right. Well, stay tuned, Canby. In, it looks like about 11 minutes, City Council will start right here.